What up, boys? If you want to get good at Warzone, you need to learn from your mistakes and your successes. And the best way to do that is to break down your own gameplay. And so in today's video, I'm going to teach you how I do that with a game that was pretty decent, had a decent amount of kills, but I really was not happy with my own decision making and my own performance. So we're going to critique my gameplay today so you can learn how to critique your own and learn from my mistakes. It's time to get good. Something I got to get out of the way before we get started, you're going to have a way to record or clip your games on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. There are ways to do that. I'm not going to go over that in this video. Pretty easy to just Google that, YouTube that. But what I do want to talk about is my system for studying Warzone. This is what you clicked on this video for. And in today's game, we're going to go over the good, the bad, and I'm going to go through this process myself so that I can learn from my good plays or my bad plays. And the first part of that is identifying plays, things that you want to learn from. And it doesn't always have to be something that's good or bad. It can be either or. A lot of people think like when you're learning, you're just learning from your mistakes. And while that's true, we're going to focus on learning from the bad things. We also want to memorize the good things. The reason we don't want to do that is to build our confidence. If I make a good play, I'm like, okay, that was a good team wipe. That was a good 1v1. I want to learn from those, keep those reps in my brain. This is a very easy, simple 3-step process. You want to get curious. When you see a good thing or a bad thing, you want to ask questions. You want to be like, why did this happen? Why did I win that 1v1? Why did I slam that guy? Why did I get slammed right there? Was I out of position? Did he have a better gun than me? Did I make a bad play? All of these things, we just want to get curious. Obviously, you're not going to have me sitting there telling you what you did right or wrong. And so you want to learn for yourself. You don't want to always have me telling you what to do or some other YouTuber telling you what to do. You want to learn yourself. So we want to get curious, ask questions. Second part is honesty. There are way less people actually cheating than you think. Are there cheaters in the game? Yes, absolutely. But 99% of the impact that you can have on your own games is what you do with your decision making, with your hands. So we want to be honest. Did you miss your shots? Yes. Okay, we're going to work on that. The third part is action. Learning from our mistakes. What did I do wrong? And what am I going to do better next time? There's a difference between learning from your mistakes and just being like, oh, okay, I made a mistake. The next part of that is in your very next game, you want to focus on that one thing. If for me, most of the time it's positioning. Sometimes I get too greedy. Sometimes I'm not greedy enough. Sometimes I'm over aggressive and sometimes I'm not enough aggressive. I'm still trying to learn that balance between good positioning and smart positioning. And so we want to think about action. What did we learn? What are we going to do better next time? So that's the system. We're going to go over that a lot during this game. This game isn't that great. It's like a 20 kill, game. To some people that might be great, but for me, there's a lot that I want to clean up and we're going to talk about that. So let's get rolling here. By the way, I'm sick. That's why I haven't been uploading, why I haven't been streaming. Been struggling with vertigo and flu and stuff. And so, as always, we land in the same spot. I land in the exact same spot every game. I think landing in the same spot is the best because you learn all the rotations, you learn all the little intricacies, how many people are going to land on you most often. See an impact grenade here on the ground. And I always grab a gun and look up to the sky. This game, I didn't. All right, team fighting, top bio. I just looked up at that. Okay, so you hear me say team fighting top bio. We are in solo trios, okay? I'm fighting 1v3. And so when I see a team fighting top bio, that means that there's possibly 6 players here, right? It could be a 1v1, but it's probably not. It's probably a 3v3. And so I'm calling that out. I want to go get involved. I have good guns. I have a zip line. By the way, you're just going to hear me talking in the background. That's because I was streaming. I stream Tuesday through Saturday, 9 a.m. Eastern. I was walking through my thought process this game. And so what you heard me say, I want to call it out because it's important. I want to get involved. I want to get aggressive because I have good guns. I have a gold PP. I have an XM4. I have plates. I have everything I need to fight right now. I am trying to get more aggressive. And so rather than just going for loadout, when I get good guns, I love to make this zipline rotation. But I also make sure that I have my SMG out, right? Because I know that in like 3 seconds, I'm going to land on top of this roof. If I get in a gunfight, do I want to have my SMG or my AR? Probably my SMG. Zip. They are not fighting on the roof. As I take the zip, I'm kind of being my own UAV, right? I'm being my own UAV. And so I'm scanning this. I don't see anything on the roof, but I know there's people fighting somewhere down here, right? And so what I like to do, I talked about it in one of my last videos, I like to do what I call kiting. I like to kite, keep everything in front of me. And there's a way of doing that. Like, for example, if there were teams fighting over here, right? Let's say there's 3 guys over here, right? I want to keep everything in front of me as I push. I don't want to end up in a sandwich. That's horizontal kiting. What I do at bio, I like to call it vertical kiting. I work my way through all the floors. I try to keep everything in front of me. Know what I've cleared.
Somebody landing in near me. It could be.
And that's why I land high ground here. Land high ground, put myself on a corner that has cover, like these things right here.
Coming up.
Making sure nobody lands in. I play this a little bit slow. We get a bomb. I throw that down. We got this guy landing in front of us. Now, besides the bad shots, what I want to call out here is that there was a loadout crate, and that informs one of my decisions that I make later. But I just want to point that out.
There's a loadout crate there.
So you even hear me call that out live. So I hear footsteps underneath me. Bad nade. And I hear this guy running right up to me. So we have good centering. Slide down, break this guy's camera. We slide down, so he overreacts. He looks this way. And now I have his plates broken before he's even shot me once.
Slide down, break this guy's camera. No!
Okay.
Oh,
and so I just died. Now I want to get curious. Why did I just die there? Let's back it up. I know the answer, but I just want to go through this process. Okay, I get the knock. I go for the finish. And then I die here. Okay. There's a couple different things. Why did I die? One, I started greeting the player when I know there's at least three. I have to assume there's at least 3 players here, right? Because we're in trios. So every time I see a player, I need to assume 2 teammates are nearby. Why in the world would I go finish that kill? I should have knocked that guy and immediately been ready for the next gunfight. So let me back it up.
No!
We get the knock. Right here, I need to stop shooting this guy. Now, there's a fine line because I'm trying to get information on where this guy's teammates are, but I know that there's somebody else near here. I just know. I can feel it. I can hear it.
Slide down, break this guy's...
And so rather than finishing that guy, I probably could have just fought this guy or backed up and ran away, right? Reset the fight. But instead, I go for the greed.
Camera. No!
Hit some bad shots.
Oh, I hesitated,
and I make
bro.
a mistake.
I hesitated.
And you hear me going, no, oh no. And it's because I know this team isn't very good. Now, that kind of informs my decisions a little bit later. You guys will hear me say body language a lot in my videos.
I could have first...
Both of these guys were wearing rocket skins. Rocket skin is the default skin. So anybody that's wearing a default skin, they're more likely to be a bot. Are they always going to be? No. But also,
killed that guy, but I
this guy's not tack sprinting, like not reacting.
So I know those guys are bad. I'm going to land back up.
You hear me say, so I know those guys are bad. I'm going to land back
Also
up.
forgot this was trios.
And so because I switch between solos, duos, and trios, sometimes I forget. And
there's a loadout crate over here.
that was me trying to process my death. And so
Loadout
like
crate
I called out
right here,
earlier, there was a loadout crate here. So I land in.
Somebody grabbed it.
Fortunately, someone grabbed it. And so now I'm kind of in a hairy situation. I don't know what's at Ken.
All right, so there's people pushing me probably now.
Same thing as always. Regains are the same as an early game. I want to get a gun that I can fight with as soon as possible. And so I got a gold LMG. I got an AS Valve that's kind of like an SMG.
And create some space.
And I also have this PRD. So you heard me say I want to create some space. I was wondering if bio, because I know that one of the bio guys was here. I was wondering that if bio is going to push me, right? Because I know there was a teammate here earlier, and then we had 2 guys here. Are they going to push me? I don't know. I need to be ready for that. So I come over here and grab my actual SMG, and then I use my PRD to grab high ground.
No, dude.
And so here's another mistake I make. We'll go through the system again. Want to get curious. Why did I just make a mistake here? What was I freaking out about? I was freaking out because I shot way above this roof when really I just wanted to time it to where I could almost vault or mantle, you know, the ledge of this roof, right? Because me shooting 13 feet in the sky here exposes me to water tower, it exposes me to people here, exposes me to somebody potentially being on the roof. And so the timing is really important. And so the action that I'm going to take from that is I need to practice my PRDs. I need to cut them a little bit sooner than I think I need to.
Why does that do that sometimes?
So you even hear me asking, like I do this 3-step process, curiosity, honesty, action, even while I'm playing. And so you might wonder why I didn't shoot this guy here. In hindsight, probably could have shot this guy, but I wasn't very comfortable getting this guy killed quick enough with the LMG. And so
Go to the buy.
I always want to get the first knock as soon as possible. And if I'm not confident that I'm going to get that knock, I don't shoot. So I hope this guy goes to the buy. We're kind of just hovering around here for a second.
I have nothing right now.
I have no information. I don't know what's here. We're just trying to figure it out. Hear concrete footsteps below me. This guy gets away. There's a guy parachuting down here. So right now I'm just trying to figure out what to do. Do I want to jump down? I don't know. It's kind of dangerous.
Hesitating.
You hear me say I'm hesitating, so I just decided to play fast. Jump down with good centering. I don't know what I was doing there. We slide check this.
All right, everybody knows I'm here now.
Yep. And so right away, I don't get that first knock. I immediately know that there's other people here, right? Like this guy has to have at least one teammate or two teammates with him. And so what are they going to do? When they see on their map, they're going to see a red dot, right? They're just going to see me sitting right here as a giant red dot on their screen. So what do I need to do? I need to give myself a little bit of space. I don't want to sit in the same spot. I hear a ladder underneath me. He jumps down.
I think these guys are super split up.
And then I see Bio start shooting. So here's the guy from earlier. Now I know he's getting shot at by Bio, so I don't want to overcommit to this. And so as I'm fighting this, I know that Bio is also going to be trying to shoot me. And so I use this little AC unit that's behind me as cover. All right, so now we have our opening knock. I know there's only one other player here. Bio might take zip.
Hit the zip.
Yep. And so because I get that guy's plates broken, I play really aggressive here. I know that this is that bot team from earlier. So I just get aggressive on this. I get shot at by the teammate. I'm like, okay, what's the teammate going to do, right? Let's think about that. What is the teammate going to do? Let's go to the green here. The zone is pushing this guy out. He has to move. He just shot me in the back. He thinks I'm weak. What is he going to do? He's going to jump down. So we get a free knock right there. Unfortunately, didn't reload my SMG. Teammate shoots me in the back. We barely get away. Barely get away. That was, you know, that was part of the process. People might be like, oh, you got lucky there. And like, sure, maybe I did get lucky. But I also knew this team wasn't that great. And that informed my decision-making to come over here in the first place, which, you know, maybe ended up being the difference right there. And it's those little things that kind of matter. So now I know the zone's still closing. This guy also has to rotate with me, right? He just shot me from, let's say, the buy station, right? I rotated down this way. Where is that guy going to go? He has to be here. He has to come here. He might be in the gas still, but he has to rotate. Otherwise, he's going to die. And so I'm, you know, just being prepared for that. He jumps through. Sure enough, free kill. And so you see my eye. Well, you can't see my eyes, but we get that kill. Now I know one guy here, one guy here. So rather than pushing that,
below there, he's trying to third party.
haven't reloaded, haven't plated. I try to just grab a little bit of high ground. I notice that these guys are fighting up here. And this is an easy third party. I don't go for this kill because I wasn't confident in it. And I saw this guy pushing. Get the first knock. We learned from our mistake. We didn't go for the greed because I know this guy's right here. Then I hear footsteps close. Just a simple last chance reach out to break this guy's camera. As you can see, the teammates are close.
No!
Just got a little hairy here. Not much I could do. And so let's get curious. What could I have done better here? Let's get curious about this. All right, so in order to inform ourselves on like how we made this decision, how we got here, we kind of got to come back a little bit, right? We just got that kill. We see the teammates pinged up here. I know that the zone is going to end up something like this, right? And so I don't want to be squeezed inside industry, not knowing how many plates I have, not knowing how reloaded I am. And so I make the smart positioning decision to go up here. But as I do, I start to see different fighting. And so I come over here, I'm like, oh, this is an easy third party. But I think I just forgot that this guy could come up behind me, right? There was still that one guy here. He was either going to rotate this way or rotate this way. And so maybe if I had better information here, had a UAV, had a radar, I would have known this guy was here. But it's just a little unfortunate.
Guys underneath me. No!
And those guys, like, I just sandwiched myself. And so I don't really know if there's anything that I could have done better there. I think I made the right decision to go courtyard. I think that I made a solid decision to third party. Sometimes you just got caught out and it is what it is. So that's why we play Resurgence. We can come right back. All right, so now we're in the regain phase. I just want to say one thing. Stream was kind of lagging right here, and so that was kind of distracting me from making like a great decision here. I sort of floated for a second, got shot at here, and then just decided to go load out. And so in hindsight, maybe not the best decision, but stream was lagging.
It's starting to,
Let's back it up.
Back to normal now. We had a 1/4 inch of ice.
And so those same guys are here from earlier. I know that I got that knock, and I had enough ammo to shoot the second guy, so I just go after the second guy. Try to use tracker through the smoke. This is a really, really aggressive play here. Should have got me killed. Should have got me killed. And so if we back it up just for a second, I want to get curious about this.
Don't leave.
Obviously, like, me landing in regaining here was, I was a little distracted by my stream.
Yeah, it's starting to go back to normal now.
So I just kind of went on autopilot, played my cover, but I don't know what's here, right? I get shot at, I play my cover, right? We get the first kill. Do I know if there's a third guy here? I don't, right? Like, we don't know if there's a third guy here. And so my decision to SMG out, push this, I get really, really, really lucky.
God, that guy should not have turned his back.
I get really lucky. And so next time, I think I need to do a better job of, like, once I get that first kill, plate up, reload, maybe get the second kill, or back off. Because I don't have plates. I just regained. I don't know if there's a third here. He has a loadout head glitch. And so next time, I think I back off that. So right there, we just get lucky. I just hear something to my right. And then we see on our mini-map, we got two guys. Obviously, we're playing solo trios. So my eyes go up. I'm like, all right, what are these guys doing? They're inside this little hut. So I'm like, okay, maybe they're going to push me. I'm going to put myself in a good position to punish one of them pushing me. Thought he was going to chow, so I pull out my SMG. They both just end up hiding in that little hut. You know, you can see me. I'm centering, working my way down, trying to anticipate them pushing out on me. Using my impact nades as sound cover. Just trying to play smart here, not get too involved. I don't just want to run in here. And so when they pop this smoke, I know this is dangerous. Because if I just have two guys that run out here, I'm going to lose aim assist on them. And so I just decide to back off.
I'm leaving.
Playing in the middle of smoke at 1v2 is not really like a good option for me. Because I know that I'm going to lose aim assist. And so they just throw smoke and sit in there. This is a little bit of a bot lobby. Make sure we get our good first knock. I push up. See this guy landing above me. Good centering. Catch this guy out. I know this guy just landed in, only has a pistol. I don't really need to do much here. I just need to try and get my finishes. Team wipe. This might be a bot lobby, chat. Now, that doesn't mean there's nothing we can learn from this, because I still make mistakes. I hear, you know, we heard a flashbang. I wasn't sure if there was another team here or if that was a flashbang from the team inside. And so when I hear footsteps in front of me, I pull out my SMG with good centering. Probably wins us the fight there. Get shot from the side. Use our movement. Play the gas. This guy's not pushing. So I use my stim to get to cover here. I knew that there was a sniper on top of prison. Get a knock there. Try to use my impact grenades to finish him off. And so I was fully anticipating that guy just pushing me. Some bad shots there. Now, you guys can see, I don't play great this game. Like, I get that knock there. I do make a good decision to not push that. You know, that was me learning from all the times that I've greeted things. You know, old me would have been like, oh my God, I got that knock. I got to go push this guy on the zip. And then there's three guys there and I die. Instead of doing that, I decide to back off. Because if I go push that, the chances are he's probably going to self-res before I even get there. And then maybe there's two more. So because I have money, I have a buy station, I have a zip line, I back off here. Get some munition for more impact grenades, a UAV.
Pop UAV.
And then we try to decide where we want to go.
I'm going to go top.
Right, and so as I'm looking up here, I don't really see much around me. I don't really see much around me here. And so I know that I need to go top prison. Now, I end up making a mistake here that I'm not a fan
I
of.
need to stop playing behind the gas, though.
You hear me say, I need to stop playing behind the gas. Obviously, these guys see me landing in, and so obviously, I can't land here, otherwise they're going to kill me. I got two guys landing in. And so what I decide to do instead is land window. Now, what are these guys going to think when they go window? Especially if they shoot me.
Very sketch. Come on down.
They're going to come on down. And so I pull out my SMG, anticipate that. Free fire. He catches a little bit better timing than me. I use my movement to break. Probably made a mistake there. Probably, once I knock that guy, I probably need to back off, reload, plate up, then go finish that guy. Because the second teammate, if he was smart, like, if they were coordinated, the second teammate could have jumped down with him.
It's going to jump down, too.
And so we made a similar mistake that we made earlier. Again, greeting kills. I need to get better at not greeting kills at the wrong times. Greeting kills is important because it gives you information, but sometimes it'll also get you killed. So we use our PRD play from earlier. Again, I mess it up.
God, I love when I parachute.
Something I got to learn from. Also, this was a terrible decision. You might wonder why. So let's get curious. Why is this a bad decision, right? I already said this game that I'm playing on the gas too much, right? And so when we popped our UAV earlier, we saw that there were a bunch of red dots over here, right? And so what I just did, and which I'm a little upset about, is I placed myself on the outside of the zone near a bunch of players where they could hold me as I'm pushing in. I literally gave these guys a free zone hold. Now it ends up being okay.
Roof still got a laser.
But I'm being honest.
Yeah, this is a bot lobby, chat.
And so we get that first kill. We see the teammates flying in, and we got a teammate over here. They're split up. I know that I can fight this. I'm just gonna play it up real quick. I hear him go right, so I slide up here. I break plates. And so the second I break plates, in my mind, it's either SMG out push or use my impact grenade.
Hold it.
Use my impact grenade to try and finish the kill. He's already plating up. I take too much time here. Slides out, breaks my camera. Really, I get shot from the guy behind me, not the guy in front of me.
Honestly.
And so let's back it up. Let's get curious. Let's get curious about this. I get the first knock. Great. See the second guy. I play aggressive on the second guy. I hear him run right. I get first shots in, break this guy's plates. Great.
Hold it.
Here's where I make the mistake. I gave the teammate that I knew was landing in, right? We saw that the third teammate was landing in. I gave this guy way too much time to play his life. Instead of using the impact grenades, I should have just pushed him, right? Because now this guy breaks my camera. I would have killed him anyways, but I get shot from the guy behind because I let him land in. That was my fault. And so next time, what I'm going to do is instead of trying to get cute with the impact grenades, I'm just going to freaking push that guy because I know there's a guy coming up behind me. Or I'm going to fake like I'm pushing that guy and then shoot the guy behind me out of the sky.
Shots. Good shots. Honestly, the whole lobby is bots except for that last guy. I wouldn't.
So I'm remembering that in my head because that comes into play later in this game. So now we're in a regain phase.
If I didn't think that was a bot.
Need to figure out where I'm going to land.
Why do you use power drill? It's just a skin for your melee, guys.
Land in. We already have an XM4
It's just
and a pistol.
Just a cosmetic.
I just need to get myself back into the game. I just want to focus on getting into the end game here. Right? We have the timer is about to end. I'm about to be in one of the final zones. So that's something I need to think about. I need to start thinking about getting my guns back, getting positioning, all that good stuff. So you can see me. The gears are kind of turning here. I'm evaluating.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get one though.
I don't want to just full sprint across. A lot of you guys would just like land on the buy station or full sprint across. Rather than doing that, I kind of hover near the building. I end up seeing loot. Before I go across, I want to make sure that there's not anybody here. And the only way I can do that realistically is by using my ears and just trying to figure out what's around me.
Ooh.
Using all the available loot. I see loadout guns. I see vests. Just trying to make sure we're geared up. Trying to give myself as many opportunities to get back into this game as possible. And now I realize that there's not really anybody near me. And so I have 14 grand. There's a lot of things I could do here. I could pop UAVs. I could pop a loadout. I could pop an RDB and rotate. A lot of different things I want to do here. I throw that down. I'm pretty sure somebody shoots it. Grab a radar for more information.
Dude, did they just shoot that down?
Somebody must have shot it. So now I got to be careful. So I'm going to start asking questions here. How could I have been more optimized with my buy station? I could have went into the buy station with a plan rather than just like kind of hovering around, going over there and then being like, okay, what do I want? So next time I'm going to go over there with an exact plan and be quicker. Because had this not been a bot lobby, this team up here probably ends up shooting me, right? Like, because I'm just sitting here. I spent way too much time over here on the buy. I'm out. I'm exposed. And so next time I'm going to go over there with a plan, figure out, get in, get out.
Got a guy in front of me here.
I double used information here. Now I do make a good decision here. We got one guy that's by himself. I saw that he landed in. He's regaining. I hear he throws down something like a bomb drone or a spring mine. And so I can't really push directly into him. He panics, runs away. It's just an easy kill.
All right, I think I need to be over here.
Yep. And so let's talk about the decision. We need to look at the mini-map here. The most powerful position in the zone right now, realistically, it's probably here. But I know that I'm not going to be able to safely get up there and also fight, you know, two teams by myself. And so I'm thinking more about positioning instead of kills right now. The best place that gives me the best odds to get into the next zone is factory over here. And so I decided to go factory, focusing on positioning for the end game instead of kills. Right? Like, this game's already not that great. I have 17 kills. It's a little sloppy, a little messy. I'm not going to use it for content. I just want to go for the win here. So as I jump down, I pop my UAV. Now I know that realistically, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 other players than me. Realistically, there's no one else in this part of the zone. So I know everything behind me is pretty safe. But I have this team in front of me. And so we're going to talk about how I play this team. Could have probably shot this guy here, but I wasn't confident that I was going to be able to actually get the kill. Like, yes, I probably could have broke that guy's plates and got him one shot, but like you just saw, he ran left as soon as I started shooting him. And so I want to get the knock as soon as possible, as quickly as possible. But you might wonder, okay, why did I shoot this guy here?
Oh, God,
So let's back it up. Let's back it up. I don't know if these guys see me, right? Like, in a good lobby, those guys probably see me. They hear me pop a UAV. They're probably going to look at the buy station. So this guy doesn't see me. Could have probably shot him. This guy on the right, the second he's, like, slowly peeks out at me right there, I'm like, oh, this guy sees me. And so I have to shoot now. Like, I'm in a position where, like, I have to fight this now. I don't have the luxury of getting my first knock like I like to. I have to fight this. Luckily, there's some good shots. Take a bad angle to get the finish. He was right here, and I was thinking he was right here. I take a bad angle to get the finish. What is this guy's teammates going to think, right? Like, if we look up here, let me switch back to green. What is this guy's teammates going to think? There's 2 guys above me at factory. I'm dead weight sitting out here in the open. I mistook my angle here. This guy's actually right here. I'm screwed. Like, if I waste any more time, those guys are probably going to shoot me from the window or the roof.
Oh, God, I just got myself killed.
So you hear me say, I just got myself killed. I back off. I know that I'm not going to be able to get that finish right now. I'm not going to force it. I'm not going to greed for it. We're going to go for high ground. Now, these guys are dumb. Like I said, this is a bot lobby. We make mistakes, but this ends up, you know, being a decent game. These guys are dumb. This guy goes down to get his finish, or get his friend back. I get my finish. Not efficient at all here. This is a really sloppy game out of me. But that's okay, because I like talking about this stuff. This is what I do to learn. This is how I improve. This is how I get more efficient with my games. I see the guy run away. I hear him run away. This guy reses. All right, so now it's a 1v1, right? We know for a fact that the rest of the lobby is over here. I just need to get this 1v1 over with and then start thinking about positioning. I hear this guy's footsteps, so I'm looking, where's he most likely to pop up? You know what I mean? He maybe wants to avenge his teammates. He might want to come back to the buy. I know these guys aren't that great, and so I use that time to get myself better suited. So I wasn't super comfortable with the Superi. I don't like the Superi for trios. And so I go grab my SMG, and then instead of grabbing a UAV or anything else, I grab a cluster strike. I think cluster strikes are really, really, really useful for end games. And so I'm just trying to get myself into a spot to where I can punish players rotating in. Now, if you looked at this zone right now, where would you go? I just want you guys to think. Just for a second. Where would you go? What is the best spot? It's not here, because the zone's probably not going to pull farther this way, and we'll end up on low ground, right? It's not here, right? Because there's no cover on this roof. There's no cover. The best place that we want to be is right here. We can either sit in the window, we can sit on the roof, we can use the AC unit, and we can hold this team that's going to have to rotate in this way. And so just by getting a little bit earlier, quicker positioning than these guys, we put ourselves in a good position to win the game.
I want to be top blue.
Yep.
I want to be top blue, just like last game, I think.
Yep. Making sure those guys aren't looking down at me, rotating in. I needed to be a little bit more quick here.
See if I can use anything
right.
to hold
Like, we make
here.
a good rotation, but I don't do a good job of, like, getting to the roof and punishing these guys if they do decide to rotate, right? Like, I wasted probably 5 or 6 seconds here.
If I just hold this, I win.
Yep, you hear me say, if I hold this, I win. And so what I just noticed there, and I called it out earlier, live, not just now, like while we're recording this, I saw that that Squid Game skin. And so I knew that guy, since he broke my camera earlier, that guy's probably my biggest threat.
Oh, that's that good player from earlier.
Terrible shots out of me. So now I drop my cluster. Was that a good cluster? Let's think about it. Unfortunately, the zones are still bugged right now, so those guys technically are still safe here. And so I think that personally, I dropped a bad cluster here. Probably should have dropped the cluster where they needed to rotate through rather than right on top of them. Because when I drop the cluster right on top of them, they get an alert and then they start moving. Now, it does force them out so I can get some easy knocks here. But had I dropped it more like here in the street, then they would have to be running through it.
I gotta rotate.
Focus this guy.
That guy's good. Get him out.
Get him out of the game. See the teammate rotating in behind.
Oh.
Get shot. Use my cover.
Somebody hits top.
And so from here, I just need to stay on the roof. I just need to let all these guys fight. I just need to stay on the roof and punish because I'm in the best spot of the game. Another free kill. Did I miss? Gotta hit better shots. That guy lands in behind me, breaks his legs.
Everybody's underneath me here.
I hear footsteps underneath me. Now we're in a 1v2. We're in a 1v2 situation. So let's take a look at the map, right? Let's take a look at the map up here. What would you do in this situation? You're in a 1v2. What is the best play? There's two options. You could either A, sit on this roof and wait for these guys to rotate. But the problem with that, in my opinion, is I only have, 5 ticks of my gas mask to wipe 2 players. And so I was more comfortable jumping off here, using these walls as cover, and holding these guys again. And so I used my gas mask instead of fighting them. I used my gas mask to get myself in a better position to zone hold. That was my thought process here. You could also wait. Could have taken my PRD.
Right now. I want to make a gas play, but this is tough.
Yeah, it's tough. It's not really a great decision either way. These guys, if they were paying attention, could have shot me in the back while I was doing this. But I try to be efficient. I dive. As I'm moving back, I check. I check to see if they're window. I check to see if they're pushing me. I know that right here I have a head glitch, right? And so that if I do get into an unfair 1v2, I actually give myself a little bit more of an advantage. I notice that they're not moving, and so I knife out, go. Check again. Might hold here. I'm like, all right. What I'm waiting for right now is the timing of the gas. I don't want to be sitting there choking. As I'm moving up, I see this thing. Could be helpful for a gas play. So I'm just rotating to get ahead of these guys right now. And I know that, we see, you guys can't really see it right now, but they're still technically safe here. The map is bugged. These guys are going to have to move soon, right? And so I don't waste time getting up to this wall and making sure that I punish them. It's one thing to have good positioning. You guys might understand the simple concept of yes, I need to be in a better position to hold them. But you also need to be efficient about, those guys are moving. Those guys want to move too. And so I need to get there as soon as possible and hold them.
Need to try and hold one coming out.
Not great shots there. I know that, I vault up into that and I want to get my kill, but I know that this guy might be able to rip me if I try to get that kill. Try to use my impact nades to finish. Right? That guy ripped me, bro.
I'm good.
And so I know that he's going to use that as an opportunity, but I'm still in a power position, right? We're not freaking out here. I know that guy has to move.
Let's freaking go, chat.
And so,
come on now.
Not a super clean game. We made a lot of mistakes. We learned. All you guys need to do is this simple 3-step process. Get curious about your good plays, your bad plays. Be honest about what you actually did, what you were thinking, and then take action. What did you do wrong? What are you going to do better next time? Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.